Hey everyone, and welcome. So, you ever feel like you're kind of flying blind with your business partnerships? Like, you know they feel important, but actually proving their value in a concrete way? Well, that can be tough. Today, we're going to demystify all of that. We're building a simple but super powerful tool, a partnership report card. So, let's dive in. So, let's just start with the biggest question of all, right? It's the one that probably keeps a lot of us up at night. Are these partnerships actually moving the needle for the business? It's such a common challenge, but you know what? Answering this is absolutely the key to unlocking real strategic growth. And here's how we're going to tackle it. We've got a simple four-part framework. First up, we'll define our goal. Then, we'll get into scoring the hard numbers. After that, we measure the human element, super important. And finally, we'll turn that scorecard into an actual strategy. Think of it as your step-by-step guide to getting this right. All right, section 1, defining your goal. Look, it's just like building a house, right? You can't start putting up walls or measuring for windows until you have a rock-solid foundation. This first step is where we lay the groundwork for everything else that's going to follow. Okay, before we go any further, let's make sure we're all on the same page with this term KPI, or Key Performance Indicator. You know, at its core, it's just a number that shows you if you're on the right track. It's your compass. For instance, a kind of weak KPI is increased brand awareness. I mean, what does that even mean? A strong KPI is something like generate 50 qualified leads from our co-branded content this quarter. See the difference? It's specific, it's measurable, and it has a deadline. So this part is absolutely crucial. Before you even think about tracking a single thing, you have to get everyone to agree on these three starting blocks. First, what's the main goal here? Are we talking revenue, market expansion? Next, how long are we tracking this for? A quarter? A whole year? And finally, who? Which person or team is actually responsible for this? Getting this clarity right up front is going to save you a world of confusion down the road. Trust me. Okay, let's keep building on this. Now we get to the part of the report card that, let's be honest, everyone loves to see, the hard numbers. We're talking about the tangible, bottom line results that you can count, track, and, well, take to the bank. And this symbol right here, yeah, this is what it often comes down to, doesn't it? Financial KPIs. These are your pure, simple metrics. Things like the total revenue generated directly from the partnership, or maybe the return on investment, the ROI on your joint marketing activities. It's really the clearest signal you can get of financial success. But hold on, it's not just about the immediate cash. What about growth? What about the long game? That's where market and customer KPIs are just as vital. I mean, how many new customers did you bring in specifically because of this partner? Are you actually seeing your market share tick up? This is all about expanding your footprint and proving that this partner gives you access to a whole new audience you couldn't reach on your own. Now, this is a really helpful way to think about those hard numbers. As you can see, they basically break down into two main areas. On one hand, you've got your financial KPIs, which are all about profitability and ROI. But then you've got operational KPIs, which are about efficiency. You know, are your joint projects actually getting finished on time? You need both to tell the complete performance story. Okay, we've covered the numbers, but we all know that a truly great partnership is about so much more than what's on a spreadsheet. So now we're going to pivot to section 3, measuring the human element. This is all about the quality of how you actually work together. And this really says it all, doesn't it? You can have fantastic financial results, but if the day-to-day relationship is toxic or just super inefficient, that partnership is not built to last. It's just not sustainable. The health of that relationship is actually a leading indicator of your future success. This is where your marketing and brand KPIs come into play. How is this partnership really affecting your public perception? Are you getting more solid leads from the campaigns you run together? Are more people talking about you in the media because of it? These metrics help you put a number on that hard-to-pin-down buzz that a really great collaboration can create. And check this out. This is a fantastic way to track that human element with actual numbers, relationship health KPIs. Just think about it. You can literally send a survey to your partner and create a satisfaction score. And then, as this chart shows, you can track whether that score is getting better over time. This gives you a really tangible metric for the health of the relationship itself. So, we've defined our goals, we've gathered our data, both the hard numbers and the soft human stuff. But look, a report card that just sits in a drawer is totally useless. And that brings us to our final, and honestly, the most important section, turning all this data into real, concrete action. This slide right here, This is your playbook for making that report card a living, breathing document. It's a really simple but powerful loop. First, as you see, you set a regular time to review the numbers, monthly, quarterly, whatever works. Then you analyze it, what's working, what's not. And finally, the most critical step, you act. You create clear, specific action items for the next period. This is how you drive constant improvement. And that really brings it all home, doesn't it? This quote sums up the entire philosophy here. A great partnership report card isn't just about one single number. It's about getting a complete 360-degree view of the value you're creating, from the money it makes to the efficiencies it creates, and all the way to the big strategic goals it helps you achieve. So I'll leave you with this one question to think about. After everything we've just covered, what is the single most important metric for one of your key partnerships that you could realistically start tracking tomorrow? Give it some thought. Thanks so much for tuning in.